What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today I wanted to make this video to share the exciting news of a brand new civilization being announced. And it's not what we've always had with civilization, it's actually something brand new where we're going to travel beyond Earth. That's what it's called, Civilization Beyond Earth. And I don't know if you guys knew this, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on my channel, but I love me some Civilization. I've always played it since Civ 4 came out. I'm relatively young, compared to the Civ franchise, actually. Civ 4 came out in 2005, and I remember playing that, and of course I play Civilization 5 right now, but this was just announced at PAX East, so I wanted to pass the word on to you guys, as well as read off some information and speculate on how good this game is going to be. So anyways, links to everything in the description. You'll find the trailer that you can see that's being advertised on the screen right now, as well as the Civilization website where you can read the information, see the screenshots, everything that I'll be sharing in this video. So without further ado, let's jump into Beyond Earth. Here we have a giant information page, again found on the Civilization Beyond Earth website. So I'm going to run through these, little descriptions and bullet points with you guys, give my own speculation on, what's going on. So anyways, Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth is a new science fiction themed entry into the award-winning Civilization series. Set in the future, global events have destabilized the world, leading to a collapse of modern society, a new world order, and an uncertain future for humanity. As the human race struggles to recover, the redeveloped nations focus their resources on deep space travel to chart a new beginning for mankind. So, again, a very similar scenario that we're used to hearing about these science fiction, after Earth scenarios like, oh, well, the Earth is destabilized, it's a wasteland, we've used all the resources, there's too many people, we need to leave. That's basically what we're dealing with here in terms of the setting and the background of why we are leaving Beyond Earth. As a part of an expedition sent to find a home beyond Earth, you will write the next chapter for humanity as you lead your people into a new frontier and create a new civilization in space. Explore and colonize an alien planet, research new technologies, amass mighty armies, build incredible wonders, and shape the face of your new world. As you embark on your journey, you must make critical decisions. From your choice of sponsor and the makeup of your colony to the ultimate path you choose for your civilization, every decision opens up new possibilities. So here we have a lot of exciting information. So it seems like we're going to be obviously colonizing alien planets, and then we're going to be able to find new technologies. Again, this is everything that we're going to be discovering in this civilization is going to be beyond what we discovered in the former civilizations. Like that future tech stuff, that's what we're going to be dealing with, but way past that, which is awesome. Amass mighty armies, that's pretty sweet. Build new wonders. I guess they're just going to create wonders that are in the future that haven't been made yet, which is really cool. And it's awesome that the game actually starts, it'll talk about this a little bit later, but the game actually starts, you're still on Earth, and then you launch into space and begin your conquest from there. But you get to choose a sponsor and the makeup of your colony, to the ultimate path you choose for your civilization. Every decision opens up new possibilities. So again, this is going to be a very organic game. If you guys watched my Ken Levine video where I talked about his idea for a game that the player shapes, this is exactly it, except in the future, which is freaking sweet. So, let's get on to these features bullet points. Seed the adventure. Establish your cultural identity by choosing one of 8 different expedition sponsors, each with its own leader and unique gameplay benefits. Assemble your spacecraft, cargo, and colonists through a series of choices that directly seed the starting conditions when arriving at the new planet. So this is what I just mentioned before. I think this is a really cool and unique twist on the idea that they've already basically established, with civilization. So basically, you're going to be picking a cultural identity. So that'll mean that, obviously, same with civilization, you'll be picking a leader, from each different part of the world. I guess there'll be 8 at the beginning. And the reason I think they only chose 8, because that sounds like a small number when you're talking about Civ, is, it sounds like the impact of the, the leader that you choose is going to be way more large than it was in the past. It really didn't matter if you picked Napoleon or Augustus Caesar, in Civ 5. It didn't matter that much. Maybe you're going for a certain victory, but it doesn't matter that much. They have their little special abilities, but not everything is different. They have a few, special units and maybe a special building or two. That's about it. It sounds like this is going to be a lot different. Also, we're going to have some time, like I said, on Earth still to assemble our spacecraft, cargo, and colonists, and that'll just lay the groundwork for the rest of the game, which is very cool. So that'll be a very important time in the evolution of Beyond Earth. So continuing on, colonize an alien world, explore the dangers and benefits of a new planet filled with dangerous terrain, mystical resources, and hostile life forms unlike those of Earth. Build outposts, unearth ancient alien relics, tame new forms of life, develop flourishing cities, and establish trade routes to create prosperity for your people. So this covers, obviously, the colonizing of the world that I guess we'll go to first. It's an interesting concept, though. I wonder if they're going to allow us to colonize multiple worlds. That would be very, very cool. And it's really cool to think about this in a 3D space. You'll be able to rotate around your world. And I mean, that just sounds really cool. I hope it's like that instead of just a traditional 2D map that we deal with in Civ. But yeah, so dangerous terrain, mystical resources. So we're going to be harvesting brand new resources, obviously. Hostile alien life forms. We're going to find new ancient alien relics and technologies. So they're basically going to create these technologies that we've never even heard of. To fill up these technological trees, which is super cool. So that kind of goes into the next bullet point, technology web. To reflect progress forward into an uncertain future, technology advancement occurs through a series of non-linear choices that affect the development of mankind. The technology web is organized around 3 broad themes, each with a distinct victory condition. This is a pretty interesting idea here. So instead of just our very pretty much linear technology progression that we've had in Civ in the past, we're now going to have a web, and it's going to be non-linear, and it sounds like we're going to have a lot of room for very different civilizations, which is awesome because we're dealing with science fiction here. Excuse me. Science fiction, okay? So it's not like they have to follow any kind of anything, really, unless, they don't want to be too unrealistic. But it's organized around 3 broad themes with each a distinct victory condition. That's cool. So that means there are going to be 3 different kinds of technological victories, which makes sense because if you think about it, a progressing society, that goes beyond Earth, like the title of the game, is based on technology. And it sounds like they're going to be having 3 different technological victories, within the victory conditions, which is cool. I like that. Next bullet point, quest system. Quests are injected with fiction about the planet and help to guide you through a series of side missions that will aid in resource collection, unit upgrades, and advancement through the game. So this kind of sounds like either just traditional campaign mode, or maybe they're going to incorporate it into the sandbox mode as well, these quests, instead of like traditional scenarios is what they call it in Civilization already. I think this is what they're talking about when they say quest. So we'll have to see how that affects things. It'd be cool if they kind of had some incorporated into multiplayer, but of course they'll have the ability to turn that off if it's something that people don't want to do, because Civ is awesome like that, plenty of options and whatnot. So next we have the orbital layer. Build and deploy advanced military, economic, and scientific units that provide strategic, offensive, defensive, and support capabilities from orbit. Whoa. So this sounds very cool. We're going to be able to build units that are in orbit. So that sounds like satellites and other things of that nature. But of course, if we're traveling into space, we're going to have spaceships, spacecraft. So that's what that kind of sounds like, You'll be able to provide units that can defend or attack within the orbits of planets. So this kind of brings up my question here. I wonder if all of the battle and combat is going to happen only within the orbits and on the planets, or is there going to be space combat? I would be fine without space combat, to be honest. I don't need space combat, but it'd be kind of cool if they kind of transformed, in Civ, the ocean is always a boundary, right? That it's kind of hard to get past, and once you hit a certain amount of time and you've researched technology, you're able to travel across the ocean. Well, they could kind of mold that concept into space, and space is something that you have to be able to travel across. I actually do hope that space is something you can travel in and attack, other spacecraft in, because it'll be kind of like the ocean is already. That's how I see it. So next up, unit customization. Unlock different upgrades through the tech web and customize your units to reflect your playstyle. Again, this just sounds like an upgrade on what we've already have. There's not this kind of unit customization currently in any kind of Civ game. So it's great that we're going to be able to upgrade based on our tech, which is very cool. Again, I think that just comes from the fact that this is a game based in science fiction, which is very cool. Of course, multiplayer, up to 8 players can compete for dominance of a new alien world. Of course there's going to be multiplayer. I mean, that's just, we expect that. It's a Civ game. Finally, we expect this as well. Mod support. Robust mod support allows you to customize and extend your game experience. Wonderful. So, I am just super jazzed about this game, Beyond Earth. Can't wait for it to come out. I have more information for you guys, or actually screenshots. 3 screenshots coming directly from the website, and I will show you them and kind of speculate on them right now. So here we have our first screenshot, and the initial reaction, I kind of read some people's reactions online. It looks just like a reskin Civ 5, and I'm not too worried about that, because even if it is just a reskin Civ 5 that looks futuristic, we're going to be in space with dealing with so many more complex things, and it just looks pretty great here, lots of new units, alien terrain like they talked about, and the ocean as well. So good to look at something like this. In this screenshot, it appears like we have just the same planet here, dealing with, looks like a lot of craters. So obviously this planet's been hit by asteroids, rocks floating around in space. And it looks like we have some alien units as well, something like that. Maybe that's vegetation, but definitely something that does not look human, does not look like these things are particularly friendly to us humans. So on to the last screenshot. Here we're looking at basically the same thing, but we actually have more units on the screenshot here. It looks like we have some Earth units. They almost look like stormtroopers or something, but we have some kind of tentacles thing coming out of the ground. And we also have an indication, we already had this from the other images, but it is hex-based still, so that's cool. We'll be able to travel in 6 different directions, and looks pretty, familiar. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys are as excited as I am. This game is coming out this fall, which is so awesome. I mean, I've been playing Civ 5 with a friend recently, and we kind of gotten a little burned out on it, because one can only play so much Civ 5. I mean, I have like 120 hours played on it, but, this game looks like it has far more scope and things to even do and explore, You can beat Civ 5 with the 30 different civilizations, but the game is not that much different. There are only like 5 victory conditions. Of course, how you get to those is always different every single time, but here we have even more, possibility for different ways of winning, of evolving and building our civilization in space, which is awesome. So anyways, guys, stay tuned to my channel for more PAX East news. It will be coming day by day. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.